What's going on, guys? It's Brandon, or teslaflex, and today we are here in Aurora, Colorado to take delivery of my brand new 2024 Model 3 Performance. Now, I've been waiting just over 5 months for the refreshed Model 3. I initially ordered the long range, but as we all know, I canceled that order for the Performance because Performance qualified for the tax credit and long range didn't up until yesterday. So in this video, I'll just be going over the exterior of the new Model 3, the interior, and then of course my first drive and sharing my delivery experience with you. I of course want to take a moment to thank my sponsor for this video, Drive Protected. More on that later in this video. All right, so the first thing I can do before I even take delivery of my Model 3 Performance is to make the final payment. So it's actually done right through the Tesla app. All I have to do is click start, and then my bank account is already linked because this is the 8th one I bought. But go on here and I click pay. Okay guys, I just accepted delivery. I got my key cards and I got my car in my Tesla app now. And if you look closely, you can see I have a little, I'm gonna call it a ludicrous badge. It's just the Performance badge they can put in the app now. But to set up my phone key, it's actually really easy. All I do is click setup and then wait like probably 10 seconds. It authorizes, and there, my whole app is all set up, and all I have to do is click a Bluetooth pairing request, go on the car screen, and I can go right here into my Bluetooth settings. So here we go, searching for my phone, and I just have to confirm it and add my contacts and stuff. And just like that, my phone is paired, and the car, they got it to 90%, so I am set right now. Only thing is I have this little note they gave me, and then I also got a water bottle, which is really cool. I've never actually gotten a water bottle or anything free from Tesla when I bought a car, so that's pretty cool. I'll use that a lot. But why don't we get this car out of the way of this supercharger so they can keep charging their cars, and then I'll give you guys a quick little tour of the outside and the inside. All right guys, so I just finished taking delivery of the Model 3 Performance. I got out of Aurora's hair, and now we're just here in a parking lot, so I'm going to kind of show you the outside. But before we do that, let's go over the quick specs. So this is a 2024 Model 3 Performance in the stealth gray paint with the white interior. Looks really good. But let's talk about some of the Performance exclusive features first. So of course we have a front bumper, and it's a lot sportier than the long range. You can see this actually has the slit on the side, kind of like the Legacy Model 3 had, but not like the long range and standard range Model 3. It also has a new front splitter, which I just think really looks amazing. And unfortunately, no front bumper camera for some reason. That's just still not here. So let's come around to more front area right here. We have a new design for the 20-inch wheels. So these are called the 20-inch warp wheels, and they actually have these little covers built on. But as you can see right here, they're pretty easy to pop off, and they look like this on the back side. And if you look closely at the wheel, it actually shows like 2 holes. So this pops back in pretty easily, and you just kind of get it right there, and then just smack it in place. So I don't think these are coming off when you're driving. And of course, this Model 3 has hardware 4, and that is Tesla's most current hardware. Eventually they're going to hardware 5, they said 18 months. So at the time of recording, this says hardware 4. And coming back to the side, we have, again, more 20-inch warp wheels, except this is now a staggered design. And if you don't know what that means, there are smaller wheels and tires in the front and wider wheels and tires in the back. So the front are 235 35 R20, and the back are 275 30 R20. And then coming around to the back, of course, charge port, that works, good to know. And these are all things you want to kind of look for when you're taking delivery. And then of course, the Performance has the spoiler, and this is a different spoiler than last generation. So if you kind of look closely, you can see it kind of drops down a little bit right here. And that's just to be more aerodynamic, because the new Model 3 Performance is more aerodynamic than the last Model 3 Performance. Now, also on the back, we have a new rear bumper, also different from the long range and standard range, with a very sporty looking rear splitter. I love that. And then of course right here, how could I forget, we have a ludicrous badge, or Performance badge, whatever you want to call it. I like calling it a ludicrous badge. And of course we have a trunk in the Model 3. This is actually pretty nice now. So on the right side and the left side, there are little storage cubbies for all of your stuff. And then of course the deep trunk storage. And if you're wondering what you get with a Tesla in 2024, this is all you get. So you get the GYEON 772 adapter for public chargers, and then the license plate frame, which I'll never even use, so probably should just throw it away. Before we get any further, I want to talk about the sponsor of this video, Drive Protected. Drive Protected is your #1 trusted source for do-it-yourself paint protection films. And as you guys know, Tesla paint is a little bit thinner and easier to scratch. That's why Drive Protected offers the Defense Plus paint protection film that is 8 mil thick, self-healing, and has a hydrophobic top coat to make it easier to clean your car. Now, Drive Protected isn't just a company that's giving you a PPF kit. They also have a whole entire training course to show you every step of the process. That way you can wrap your Tesla from the comfort of your own garage. And if you do happen to mess up a panel, don't worry, because all you have to do is get a new one shipped out, and all you have to do is cover the cost of shipping. I'm also happy to announce that I will be partnering with Dry Protected to wrap my entire Model 3 Performance in a stealth paint protection film. And of course, I will have a full video coming on the process later next week. If you're interested, go check them out in the description below or dryprotected.com. And don't forget to use code teslaflex to save 5% on your order. Let's get back to the video. All right, now getting in the inside, starting with the back seats. We have a completely redesigned back seat area. So of course, these seats, they have perforations, but they're not cooled, only heated. The middle seat is not heated either. So just the two seats right here are heated in the back. Of course, we have a little rear display, which I think is really cute. You can do everything on here. You can control the air. You can even move the seat up and back. You can control your music right here. You can watch Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, or Twitch while the driver is going, and even play video games in the back. And you can also pair Bluetooth devices and controllers and control all of your stuff just for the rear display right here. Really nice little addition. Great if you have kids, because you can also lock the display, so it's not really like I'm going to be touching stuff. You can kind of have more control over that. And of course, there's also, I noticed this in the refresh that I reviewed back in, I want to say October. The material right here, it's like pretty soft. It's nice little soft touch material. It's kind of hard to show on video, but if you touch it and go touch a Model Y interior, you'll notice the difference immediately. You can see right here, we have the back of these seats. So these are the sport bucket seats. And you might notice, compared to the other Model 3, the long range and standard range, there's no little opening area right here that stuff you can put stuff in. These are just like the Model S and Model X seats in a way that they don't have the back seat pockets. Of course, when I shut the door right here, you can see that there is ambient lighting strip right here, and the speaker grill is actually matched to fit this, so it fits right with the white interior. And they're back to using the white for the door panels again, which I really appreciate. I kind of missed that. It looked kind of weird on the Model Y because it was just like a triangle, but this actually kind of has some flow, so I like that. So let's get in the front real quick and check that out. Now, getting inside the Model 3 Performance, you'll notice that these are no longer just regular seats. They are actually sport bucket seats, and the great part is they are perforated and they are ventilated and heated. So it's really nice that Tesla is finally bringing cooled seats down to the Model 3. I'm sure it'll be in the Model Y eventually. I love this design they put on the back of the seat. It really does make the car feel sportier, and the black piping, good job, Tesla. So hopping inside, door panels follow a similar design, and I just kind of like there's lighting all around here, and it kind of follows and goes all the way up the front. And then of course, I don't know if you saw that, there is a carbon fiber dash piece here. So in the standard range and long range Model 3, this is like a fabric type of material, but in the Performance, it's carbon fiber. So it looks really nice. The console, however, is just the same console as before. It would have been nice if it was a carbon fiber one. And also, I got a free water bottle with this Model 3, so it's pretty cool. Thanks for that as well, Tesla. And you might also notice that this has no stalks. So stockless design, pretty easy. You can see it says fasten seatbelt. So I buckle up and then I just press that and go into drive, and I'm in drive just like that. So really nice. And if I unbuckle my seatbelt, it puts the car in drive. So that's an actual way you can do it. It's not me just like unbuckling it. Like you can unbuckle and then have your door open and put you in park. This actually is a full setting. So it's really nice. The turn signal buttons are pretty nice. I noticed they feel different than the Cybertruck. So I've heard complaints, people complaining about you press the button down and you can't easily like switch. It gets like stuck almost, but I'm not really noticing that on here. I am just noticing that it doesn't feel the same as the Cybertruck. So I'm sure eventually they'll have a revised steering wheel out, and anyone that has any major issues with this will get it replaced. But overall, I mean, I'm pretty used to the stockless design from owning the Model S and Model X and driving the Cybertruck. So this is really just no different to me. It also has a little camera button right here on the steering wheel. So if I press that in, opens up the camera like that. And honestly, like, I don't know, it's kind of an inconvenient space to put it, because I almost want to press like higher up, but when I press higher up, it doesn't actually click. So like I have to press specifically right here. And if I press and I don't take off fully, then it kind of glitches sometimes. So I can see where people are complaining and like putting those like buttons on there, but I don't think it's like a major issue. And then of course we have, with this new center console, more storage space. The 12-volt outlet is up here now, just moved up there. And then the two wireless charging pads. I mean, I probably could pop this off right now if I wanted to and disable it, but they actually do charge iPhone 15 Pro Max's. Legacy Model 3 and current Model Y wireless charging pad doesn't do a great job. It doesn't even really charge my phone half the time. This charges, but it also heats my phone up. So, you know, it's like a double-edged sword. It works, but it also heats my phone up. So this is now a magnetized kind of armrest instead of, you know, the clip you have to put in. It's just magnets and almost same area, only one USB-C port. in the entire center console now. So it was 2, now it's just 1 right here, but I think it's 65 watts. And then the back 2 are just 18 watts, and they're below the rear display. But overall, like I'm impressed, and I'm impressed that there could be so much change from a 2023 to 2024. Especially like these are features that like Teslas have had for a little bit of some time. Like the cooled seats. Honestly, this is gonna be like my favorite car to just drive to and from the gym a lot, because I get sweaty at the gym, and you know it sucks when I have to like cool my whole car down and my seats just aren't really cool. So this cooled seats edition is just so perfect, and really, I haven't found any major issues with the car. And if I do, of course, I'm not going to hide them. I'm going to make videos about them. But I got to say, like, Tesla really did a good job on the Model 3 refresh, especially the performance. And I'm glad it took longer, because it really showed that they weren't just trying to spit a performance out. They were really trying to actually develop one and make it an actual upgrade over the current performance, and finally kind of differentiate them from the long range and standard range. So let's go on my first drive in the Model 3 performance. So we have auto shift, so I can just press my foot on the brake, and then on the accelerator to go into drive. Let me make sure I have all the right settings set up though. I should, yeah, insane acceleration. Very quiet. Wow, this feels completely different than my Model 3 that I, like the model, that was literally a year and a half ago. And this just feels like such a major difference. Really nice handling from what the lane change I just did. Felt really smooth. I love this carbon fiber right here. It's a really nice addition. Makes the car look a lot like sportier. And I can also enable full self-driving immediately from a delivery. That's pretty cool. So it came calibrated, and I think I got a free month of it. Yeah, I got a free month of full self-driving like every Tesla gets now. Going around this curve, like I can honestly like really get into it. So this is 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. We are on a side road, so oh my, that wasn't even 60. That was like 59 right there. I feel that a lot more, honestly, than the last performance. I mean, it's like such a tiny difference, but I really feel it near the top end. Like 50 to 60 is really where I can actually feel that. But like, it's got some power. This thing it's gonna be fun to drive around. I still love my Model Y, it's still very useful, but I think this is just gonna be such a nice car to just whip around town. And honestly, like I love the technology in here. I've been waiting for this refresh for almost 2 years now. It's been quite some time since they've even been talking about the refresh in the Model 3. And now the Model Y refresh should be coming out within the next year and a half in the US. So that'll be really cool to see. So just coming to some final thoughts about this new Model 3 performance. I've got to say, I'm glad that my long range just never came, because I would have gotten that, not had a tax credit, and then this would come out, and then they would make the long range eligible for the tax credit. So if it was intentional, that's okay. If not, if it just happened to work out this way, that's also fine. But I've got to say, if you're waiting for a Model 3 performance and you think it's worth it just to get a long range or standard range, if you're being impatient, trust me, the performance is definitely worth the upgrade. Now it truly is worth the extra money over the previous ones, because before that it was like you just got acceleration and better brakes, but now you get all of that and you get some actual physical differences. So if you're on the fence, or if you're just getting impatient, just be patient or get the performance. Like, trust me, it's worth it. And honestly, I think this is gonna be the one I keep for a while. I know I go through Teslas like iPhones, but for number 8, this is a pretty good one. All right, guys, that's just about it for this video. Of course, stay tuned for the full video on installing the paint protection film later next week. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and also let me know down in the comments below what you're most excited to see with the Model 3 performance, or your favorite feature in the Model 3 performance. Once again, thank you to Drive Protection for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.